What is going on there, guys? Welcome to Cave Talk Episode 7. Weekly vlogs on this channel. Well, what I have to talk about today? Just some pure randomness. Kind of talk to you guys for a moment. Just uploaded the Medusa framed staple coils on this channel. Yeah, definitely going to be taking those out here in a minute because they are bad. There's no flavor on them. But upcoming reviews, well, I got about 5 more pairs of these Medusa coils to try out. So let's see, hopefully those are better. Got the Voopoo X217 coming up. That's actually going to be the next review. Followed by another pod system, which is the Smoke Nord. I know this has been out for quite a while, but it's still on the market. People are still buying them, so why not do a review? Nothing wrong with doing reviews on older products, as even with Ken mentioned in his live stream a little bit earlier. But got a bit of a story to tell you guys as far as what happened to me this weekend for Memorial Day. For anybody who lives in the Midwest or knows what's going on right now in the Midwest, is that we have been bombarded with severe thunderstorms, and places around where I live and where Jared the Vaping Goat lives, we are having some pretty significant flooding. I went to a family member's house, which is about an hour and a half north of me, and we love riding four-wheelers, UTVs, dirt bikes. We love all that stuff. We're Kansas City folks, you know. We love that shit. But so we're riding in this field. We're on four-wheelers. We're just kind of running through the fields. They weren't too muddy from the heavy rain. There were a couple fields that had a pretty significant amount of flooding, but none of my cousins' fields seemed to have been affected until on our way back. We were about 5 miles away from the house, going across this field to get home, which was a straight shot. But apparently the levee broke and or came apart and allowed all the water to dump into that particular part of the field. And there was about a good 5 to 6 feet of water between us and the house. And my cousins did not know what to do. They did not know what to do whatsoever. Me, being the crazy guy that I am, I looked right at them and I basically said, "Lock and load, motherfuckers, we're going in." I basically got about a good 200-foot gap between me and the water, and I just mashed the throttle all the way to a point where it couldn't move, and I got to run at the water. I didn't skip across it like you see on some videos here on YouTube. I did not float whatsoever. I sunk. There was water coming up to my hips. And there were, I just gunned it and I did not lay off. Luckily, the engine didn't flood. But, yeah, I basically went stupid and tried to run through water and in the hopes of making it. I did make it, but barely. But I made it. But all in all, good weekend. Spent time with the family. I went to my grandpa's grave where he was buried at. He's a World War II veteran. And put some new flowers down. Put some new American flags down, which I do every year. I always put flags down his grave. And whether they're, still in one piece or not, I always put new ones down. His pipe is still there. He was a pipe smoker, and he has his pipe is still there on the grave, so I always pack it down and with fresh tobacco just so his spirit can have a nice pipe while I'm talking. Do the last drink every year too. I usually will grab 2 beers. I drink one and I pour the other one down on the grave. But good weekend though. Food, family, good old time. Cooked a bunch of food. We had like salmon, we had steaks, we had ribs, hamburgers, brats. We had everything. But yeah, all in all, good weekend. I hope you all had a good weekend too. So a couple of buddies of mine that are also subscribers and also people that I'm not friends with, but go to the same vape shop that I do, asked me why did I start doing pod reviews. Well, it's simple, people are using pods, and I've always said I'm for the people, and a lot of people use pods. So I'm like, probably time to actually open my mind a little bit more and actually look at pods and actually try them out and see if they are truly good. And I'm still using the Duo right here. I'm actually liking it a little bit. I do not like, I've actually come to find out, I do not like Salt Nick. I like to have that nicotine burn in the throat, so I'm using Freebase now. Was able to vape the pod that had Nick Salt in it empty, and I just put more Freebase in there, so now I'm rocking 2 pods with Freebase. But yeah, all good. It's all good, and it's nice. I did have another auto fire incident earlier today when I was using it. I do not know what is going on. Of course, there are times where I'm chain vaping it, so I'm doing, this kind of deal. Where the thing's not even leaving my mouth. I'm just taking a hit and blowing it out, then taking another hit right after. Maybe the pod can't handle it and the switch is getting stuck. Maybe I don't know. So you go get this. Just be wary of that. It's not bad if it starts to auto fire and you just pull the pods out and wait till the light goes off on it. But still quite enjoying it. That still had a little bit of Salt Nick left, so flip it over. But yeah, it's really good. Smoke Nord, first impressions on it. Couple of things I don't like about it, as there would be any product, but so far it's looking pretty good for the Smoke Nord. The Vupu X217, really enjoying that thing. Definitely want to take some time. I really wanted to take some time with this. Really learn the functions of it, how to access everything, how to get to all its features, just so when I do the review, I'm not sitting there for 2-3 hours going, oh, what do I do? Yeah, I got the Free Max tank on top that came with the twister, but it's a good tank though. Still liking it. Airflow is still annoying as hell, but it's still got good flavor. So, this is going to be a short one, but the next and last thing I have to talk about, this one's going to take only a couple minutes, but Cave Talk. Some people were asking me about why did I title the last show The Final Sunday. Well, it's not because the show is ending. The show is just moving to a new day. Instead of doing it on Sunday nights, I'm going to now be doing it on Saturday evenings around, the 6, 7 o'clock mark. Truckin' Vapes goes live at around 9 o'clock my time, which I'm Central Time. So if I go at 7, that gives me a good 2 hours, and then once he goes live is when I end my show, just so he can have his spotlight for however long he goes live for. And that's the thing about me. I try to go live and do the shows and try my best to not step on any other reviewers' toes that do, or any other buddy in this community on YouTube that does live shows. I try not to step on anybody. It's just the kind of respect that I have for my fellow reviewers. And so, and it's just something I'm just working with. Truckin' told me that no one is live on the Saturdays except for him. So I'm going to start doing Saturdays before him, so that way I'm not stepping on his toes. So I got thank you to Truckin' Vapes for giving me that information. So Dysfunctional Family will be on now on Saturday evenings, 6, maybe 7 o'clock Central Time, which is like 7 or 8 Eastern Standard Time, I believe. I am not exactly sure. Also, if anybody who also follows Jared the Vaping Goat, kind of want, I'm so filled with excitement. I had to tell you guys. I have to. So, as far as I know, it is official. There is going to be a Vape Expo in Council Bluffs, Iowa, September 21st and the 22nd. And I think it's called MVE, Midwest Vape Expo. And me, Jared, Mike TVA, Bartholomew Beaverhausen, and a few other people are grouping together, and we're going to go to that expo. This will be my first ever expo, and I think it's going to be Jared's first ever expo too. And I know it's going to be a great time. I'll be able to meet Mike TVA in person for the first time. It'll be another great time with me, Bartholomew, and Jared. Hanging out with those two guys is always a blast. They give me laughing. They make me laugh my ass off. They make me laugh my ass off all the time. But yeah, it's gonna be a great time. If anybody who watches my channel is out that way, and you want to meet me, come to MVE, and take a picture or just talk to me to get to know me more, or just want to say hi, come on by. I don't bite. I might be big, but I'm a gentle giant. But yeah, that's really all it for this vlog. This is another short one. Not really much going on here. Hopefully next Cave Talk I'll have more to talk about. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And as always, until next time, Monster Man Vapes signing off.